Hi everyone, welcome to our Backseat Holiday Special. I'm your host Tanner, joining me are my two co-hosts Derrick and Seth. Today's episode, we'll be taking a look at 2007's Red Claus. Hope you enjoy. Welcome into the holiday special, guys.
Woo woo!
We do have a special one today.
All right.
We sure do.
Holiday classic Fred Claus. So, that before we start off with anything else, please let these nice, merry people at home about the movie.
All right. Fred Claus, Santa's bitter older brother, is forced to move to the North Pole to help Santa and the elves prepare for Christmas in exchange for cash.
I think in terms of breaking this movie down, I think we're going to just go ahead and just talk about fun moments, favorite moments, and anything in between.
Not a whole lot to sink your teeth into. It's a pretty simple movie, but conceptually, it's fun. Oh, what if Santa Claus had a more cynical kind of bum older brother?
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn. This is one you and I have seen, growing up. I always enjoyed it. I hadn't seen it for a very long time, and I was very excited that it got picked for our holiday special here. I mean, it's like we could have reviewed any legitimate classic Christmas film, but this one is a new classic. I think
those other movies, obviously, I think everybody knows them. We know them well. We watch them every year. But I think we wanted to go a little different route with the notoriety of this. And because I think Vince Vaughn himself has another well-known Christmas movie for Christmases.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this one is a forgotten one, if it was even known at all.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking for myself, I watched it plenty of times on TV when it came on.
Yeah.
It was nice to revisit this. And we're fresh off watch, by the way. It's a little nostalgic to me.
When you have all these other, classic Christmas films, this one does fall to the wayside, but not only for what it's going for, but just what it is in general. I think it's a fun little movie.
It is.
It's a fun little movie, but it's also very big too. You know what I mean? Like it really goes for it. Everyone's going for it. And I think that's kind of the best part about it, is that everyone commits and the cast is just loaded to the brim, which is really weird.
Had to have been a decent little budget on this one.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I'd have to assume it was probably pretty penny.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie is perfect for Vince Vaughn to just let loose.
Yeah.
What did you say when we were screening the movie?
This is like Vince Vaughn on steroids.
it really is. Yeah, this is the most Vince Vaughn movie ever.
It is. It's like every line that is the same guy directed Wedding Crashers, right?
Yeah.
It's like every little solo scene he has, it's just a movie of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's amazing.
Just let him cook. I'd like to think that a lot of it was just Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
Oh yeah, just improving.
Just kind of
for
improv.
sure.
Yeah.
It definitely comes across like that.
Because how do you write you don't write all of that.
Especially how quick he is.
It's too frenetic. How would you write that into a script? You know what I mean? And then deliver that. I think it's just
he's so good with his body too and his face.
There's a couple scenes that the original writer wrote that are terrific that made it, but I wrote a lot of stuff as I normally do and change stuff. And then that being said, when we get there, we will play on that given day and change lines and improvise, but we always sort of write it out before we shoot.
No, if you're not listening close enough, a lot of his jokes just will go over your head, especially, if you're a kid tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to know what the hell he's saying most of the time. Because I know I sure didn't.
Yeah.
So.
You said this movie's PG?
It is PG.
I feel like it could be PG-13.
They walk up to that line.
They definitely do. They definitely ride that line a lot. Because
shout out Paul Giamatti.
Great Santa.
Great Santa
actually
Claus.
Kind of all-time Santa. He's really great. He definitely fits that role really well. And the fat suit and the beard and the hair,
I love his energy.
Yeah, the hands. Yeah,
hands.
He's a cute guy.
He's a cute guy. And see his scenes where he gets to act for real.
He's got sad eyes.
He's got very sad eyes, and I think it seems like a guy who's been. He's a little tired of doing this whole Santa gig for hundreds of years.
And that's the whole point. He's just getting too stressed out to even be able to do the job anymore, which is why his older brother has to step in and take over the reins, and or the North Pole gets shut down forever. And then,
why don't you tell us who's trying to shut down?
That's exactly where I was headed. So unfortunately, the main antagonist is none other than the monster himself, Kevin Spacey.
Move this man!
Boo this man.
Yeah, boo. Despite what we know him for now, what he is besides the actor, I think this is a fitting role for him.
Yeah.
As this corporate guy that's has a vendetta against people's joy for Christmas and everything to do with the holiday because of what he went through as a kid, you know.
Right.
But like every scene that he comes upon, you're like, ooh,
Yeah.
you know.
This is definitely a movie where you could see people just kind of taking this for the paycheck because you're like, oh, this is like a little kiddie movie. No one phones in their performance in this. Like everyone is going for what they're supposed to be going for. It's really great. I mean, like obviously your leads with Paul Giamatti and Vince Vaughn, like looks like they're really going for it. So makes it more believable, if you will. It's
funny, like I think one of my favorite scenes in the movie was when they have like the siblings anonymous little bit and you get all like the siblings to notable people and whatever you know in the world. Who do we get like actually shown and seen?
Frank Stallone, Stephen Baldwin, and then Bill Clinton's brother. I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But great scene.
It is
like,
a great scene. I mean, it's so
fun.
Unexpected. I totally forgot that was in there.
Yeah, it's a very weird movie in that way that it like has all these bits. So it uses its concept to its fullest potential, in my opinion.
What's your guys' favorite scene?
I love when he's talking on the phone with him from jail, and he's talking about giving him 50,000, and he's gonna turn that into 60,000, or however he's just spiraling Santa's brain, and you see Santa, he's just on the phone. What are you doing to me right now? This fast talking.
Dude, it goes on. It runs on pretty long too.
Yeah,
it's kind of surprised how long it went on, but that's like the
joke. I don't know why you won't just give me the 50,000. I'd balloon it to 60,000. I'd give you back the 5,000. I like that, and the scene with him and Willie in the tavern. He's dancing with him, showing him how to dance. And then,
what does he say?
Less of your brain and more of your body.
Yeah.
All hopped up on eggnog or something.
Those are both great scenes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like our intro to Fred. When he's like a repo man, I guess.
That's a good one.
And he's with that little girl, and she's pissed off because he's taken her flat screen TV or whatever. And he just has like this, and that scene goes on forever, where he's berating this little girl and basically giving her a reality check, and it's so funny.
Oh, she kicks him.
She does kick him really hard, and that kind of
sets him off.
Yeah, like, that really did set him off because he kind of goes off on this little girl.
Hey, guy, you gotta kick her.
That's a great scene. I think that's like perfect way to kind of intro where this character's at now. It does like the whole backstory, like flashback kind of stuff, and then it's like, okay,
it's a perfect way to be like, oh, you guys came for a Vince Vaughn movie. Here's Vince
Vaughn, doing Vince Vaughn, and it's really great. I love Vince Vaughn in this role. I think it's like perfect casting,
and that's what makes it so great for me. I think Vince Vaughn is capable of doing that, like of almost carrying the movie itself just by his own comedic style and his delivery and everything. Like it fits so perfect for what they're trying to go for with this bitter older brother to Santa Claus.
I want to know the percentage of people who watch Vince Vaughn like don't like his whole shtick.
I could see it being a bit of a turnoff to some people.
Because if you don't like that, you just wouldn't be able to watch anything that he does.
See, and that's my perspective. I love Vince Vaughn growing up till this day. So like, give me all of that.
Every time I said like, and he's doing that, and I'm like, this is great. I'm having such a good time watching this. But I'm just curious, are you out there watching us talk about this movie and you're saying I actually don't care for the Vince Vaughn, like that whole thing he does, like just everything that he plays in all of his movies. I've always been curious about that because I love it.
The cast, like we've already talked about. I mean, you got Elizabeth Banks, Rachel Weisz, Kevin Spacey. I mean, we got Ludacris,
DJ Don,
and Willie,
John Michael Higgins, Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates, of course, can't forget about her
as Mama Claus.
I love the bit where Fred's talking after he has his altercation with DJ Don. He's talking to Fred he's talking to Santa about him, how he needs to like do something about it. It's just a lot of good laughs in this movie.
Yeah, it'll make you laugh throughout, like very consistently. I think it's
from it, like everybody has their, like Willie is making me laugh. Paul Giamatti is unironically or intentionally funny so much. Everybody's got these like at least a little moment to make you chuckle.
I really like Paul Giamatti's part where he is getting too stressed out and too unfit to be able to deliver the presents on Christmas Eve. And then that's where Fred has to come in. But like that whole thing where he's just sick and, and tired and everything. It's sad. I feel like he really sells that to me in this comedy movie. Like, I don't know. I feel like Paul's just, like you said, everybody is going all out. And I think I don't know. He's very convincing and I appreciate that performance from him. It's cute.
So we have this little arc in the movie of this kid that lost his dad. And has been kind of hanging out with Fred throughout the year, and Fred didn't know that his dad had passed away, and he's an orphan now, and that's where it was touching for me enough. And that stuff did work for me because you could really see it in Fred's character change throughout the movie, like when he's looking at the globe and Slam's acting out. It's the same thing, the verbatim what he told him.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually glad you brought that up because you know what, that did work for me a lot too, where you have Fred, who is a bit of a cynic, but I think the way that he looks at, these kids, and there's all these kids that are on the naughty list, and he doesn't see it that way. Like, he's like, these kids they act out for a reason, though. They're not inherently bad. Like, they're kind of not getting a fair shake here. So you guys are just not giving them gifts for Christmas because they got, they got a rough turn of life, like, that's kind of fucked up. And I like that he's like, well, even the scene where he starts kind of crashing out, but he's like, he's stamping them all nice because he's like, no, these kids are not bad kids. Like, they're in a rough situation, but they need someone out there to remind them that they could be better. That's like his whole rationale. I think that kind of speaks a lot to Fred's character, and I like what they were going with that.
And you can definitely understand why. Like, it frames it from the beginning. Like,
right, yeah, that does a good job of setting that up.
It would suck to be Santa's brother.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it doesn't help when your mom is telling you you should be more like your brother.
Yeah, so like he feels, unappreciated, but he knows that there's kids out there that are probably in much worse situations than him, and it's like, I don't deserve to get criticized by Santa too. Like, that seems like the one guy who should be looking out for you because he gets all the points of view.
And that's the whole point to Kevin Spacey's character,
right?
Is because as a kid,
something.
Yeah, I guess to like holidays and that's not really explained a whole lot there, but you just kind of run with it.
Yeah,
but as a kid, he was getting into some fights.
Four-eyed Clyde. I bet that's what they called you.
And he was getting into some fights because he was getting bullied, and therefore making him on the naughty list. And so he didn't get his Superman cape that he always wanted. But he was only getting into those fights because he was getting picked on. And does that make him a bad kid necessarily?
Right. Like he was a victim too.
Yeah, he was a victim. Yeah.
But then Santa comes to realize that, and he apologizes, and he says that I think I had a mishandling of those circumstances. Like, I think I misjudged you. And he gave him his Superman cape and changes Kevin Spacey's mind about, the holiday season and saving Christmas and all that. And all works out in the end. Very cute.
How would you guys feel about receiving baseball bats? That's all the boys got.
Well,
girls got hula hoops.
They got hula hoop. That would suck.
I would personally like a baseball bat.
That's the thing. We played baseball.
Yeah.
Growing up. So like,
we'd utilize
shit-free bat. Yeah, exactly. But some kid that plays tennis, he's probably like, what the fuck do I do with this? You know what I mean? And then the girls getting hula hoops, they're like, wow, this is fun for about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
But
that's the point. Is like they get something, and right?
Just to remind them, like Fred says, that someone out there is looking out for them.
And that's what you get when we're breaking down Fred Claus,
right? Yeah.
To its core. But this movie is just a fun. Like, it's supposed to just be fun, not taking itself too serious.
And that's a funny thing on IMDb. It's rated PG, but it is classified. The first thing it has is dark comedy, and I just kind of found that funny within a PG rated movie. It is, and I could understand why. Again, I'm thinking if I'm 8 years old watching this, how much fun are you really having? Because again, a lot of those jokes, especially Vince Vaughn speaking, how fast he goes and what he's talking about, I don't think you're going to be able to keep up or even understand some of those jokes. Like, how much joy you get out of this movie in terms of holiday jolliness. And I was going to ask you guys, how does this movie, in terms of it being a Christmas movie, how it stacks up against the heavyweights? Not necessarily Christmas, because obviously it's centered around that. You get Santa and Paul Giamatti. Like, you get that throughout the whole movie.
I think
the vibe of it, I guess.
I think there is a classic in this movie, but I do think it misses the marks somewhere along the line, with certain full-on gags that they do. Or, like, I know you said the sound effects of, like, the fighting and, like, throwing this, like...
Big goofy. And that's it's intentional.
I do think it's a little like victim of the time it was made. Like some of the like 2007.
Yeah.
It's like some new technology coming out and some things that people are starting to experiment with that don't always hold up in 2025 like a Elf does or Home Alone or Die Hard.
See, now I'm Die Hard.
Drop in the comments.
The best Christmas
because we
movie?
probably won't be able to talk about another Christmas movie until next year. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Keep it cordial.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
It definitely captures that Christmas spirit. I think it definitely, it fits that bill.
So it gets you excited for Christmas.
It does.
Are you now ready for Christmas?
I've been ready for Christmas.
Itching for it.
I'm always itching for Christmas. I love Christmas. I love the Christmas
that's
time.
What I mean. You're already itching, but now watching it, does
yes,
it just
makes me feel like
even higher?
For sure. Honestly, yes.
I mean, you're like in the North Pole for a lot of the movie.
Right, yeah. And the setting does a lot for you to make you feel like Christmas time. And like I said, I specifically like this North Pole's design in the movie. And
I do too.
Like the vibe. I like the vibe of like what they got going on and like just like how they kind of operate. And I thought that was cute. I really did think this is a really cute movie. It's a solid movie in its own right, solid little comedy. I think if you were to pop this on around Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, you'd have a great time with it. Throw it on with A Christmas Story and Elf and all the other ones, I think you'd have a really good time.
I do agree that like sometimes you watch like Elf and it almost feels like a chore sometimes, like watching it because you're like, I gotta watch Elf, it's on.
Right.
Like I'm having a good time with Elf for sure. Like I love that movie. But with this, it's so just sit back, relax. When you haven't seen it for a while, you forget how funny and like how many little things. Like with Elf, you already know what's coming and what's gonna make you laugh.
Yeah.
Well, see, I think because it is forgotten, it is sort of like a breath of fresh air in terms of other holiday movies because you don't see it as much. You don't hear it talking about as much. So when you watch it, you do kind of forget how funny it can be, and it kind of just gives you another holiday feel than the ones that you like
that you see every year.
You see all the time.
Times. Yeah. It's definitely an underrated gem in that way. I think this is kind of the perfect movie to talk about because it just flies right under the radar. And hopefully our little humble review here will at least convince one person out there, whether you've seen it or not, just to throw it on. It'll be a lot of fun. I think you'll have a great time with it. It's great.
Definitely watchable. Like completely.
Very, very much so. It's a good time. I guess maybe, with
that
scores?
being said, I guess we'll move on to some scores.
Do it.
I don't know if we'll be doing like a separate like holiday score or not.
Oh yeah.
We didn't really prepare for that, but
listen, we don't have a name for it. If you want, you can do a little holiday score.
All right, so we don't have a working title, but all right, so we'll give 2 scores here. So just pure filmmaking criticism score here. I think I'm gonna give this like a 6.5.
Okay.
It's solid for what it's going for. It's a solid 6.5. And I think, again, if you like Vince Vaughn, you're gonna like this movie, no doubt about it. I think he never disappoints. I don't think anybody really disappoints. I just think the story gets a little, again, it's a kid movie, but I think there's some parts where I think get forced fed just for the sake of storytelling.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, you just run with it. It's not a big deal because obviously I enjoyed it. It's like if I could, I would give it more just off pure enjoyment. But if I am actually criticizing it, it's not a 7, quite a 7 to me. But Holiday Joy.
About the jolly meter.
The jolly meter.
I like that.
I would probably say this is probably a 7 in terms of jolliness. It's not that jolly, but I don't think I'm watching it to be jolly like that. I'm watching it just, it's Vaughn, baby. It's Vince Vaughn at his best. Not quite, but it is
at his best. That's crazy,
no, it's a joke. It was a joke, but it is. He is great.
Yeah, he's
fantastic.
It's Vince Vaughn lead billing. Like, it's your movie.
You're getting what you're paid. What you paid for sure out of him.
Yeah,
I think for me, on a pure cinema score, I'm going to have to give it a 6. Yeah, I mean, with a movie that you're watching 20 years later, I definitely take into account how it holds up. But I think you just let Vince Vaughn shoot from the hip. The writing outside of that, I think, is good. I think the story, the actual bones of the story is really interesting. And I'll always have a good time watching this movie. But, it's not like amazing. So it's a 6 for me. But the Jolly meter, it's gonna have to be like an 8. I'm gonna go double 8 here. 8.8.
8.8.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
I feel they've got some really good holiday jams going in it.
It's true.
I think
a lot
they
of needle drops.
Yeah, I think they got some good ones in there. But ending on Somewhere Over the Rainbow again, great song.
Weird choice. Yeah,
it's just a weird like ending.
Very weird choice. Yeah.
Yeah. Just how it hits visually is like I'm just filled with. Just let me curl up with a cup of hot cocoa, some marshmallows, and watch Fred Claus. Go watch it. Fun.
Yeah.
So filmmaking score, we're all saying the same thing about it. It is what it is, 100%, and for better or worse, I guess in that way. But it's not like a masterpiece, but it is more than serviceable. I'm gonna give it a 7. I think it's competently made. I think it hits all the right beats. I think the pacing's really good. It's always flowing. It's always just you're with it the whole time. You get it. Fun. Jolly meter. No, I'm gonna give it a 9. I honestly I was happy that he gave it an 8.8. I think it is very jolly. I think it's very cute. I think it's very much a Christmas
Ebenezer
vibe.
Scrooge over here.
Yeah.
7 is solid. If you watch the movie, all right, it's not that jolly in terms of what Vince is saying the entire time. Fred is not happy with Christmas.
Which makes it all the much more powerful that he comes around to learn the power.
But you have to wait till the end for that. So I'd say the entirety of the movie, I'm looking at it as a whole. Like I'm looking for I'm watching this movie. I'm not going to watch it though to get excited for Christmas.
Again, I think there are better options out there for being real, but I do think this is a bit of a dark horse pick. I think it's 100% underrated. It just doesn't get talked about.
And that's why I picked it.
Yeah, that's a great
because
pick.
I felt as though I forget about it and I wanted something that I hadn't I don't normally watch every year. Right. And feels I can't imagine everybody else out there, hopefully still with us watching, has seen the movie either or has seen it recently. So this is my excuse to revisit this movie and give it the light of day it deserves.
I hope
people should know.
I hope there's a family out there that watched this in theaters when it came out and they dedicate every year to gather with each other.
There has to be at least one family.
Right? Let's dust off the Fred Claus Blu-ray and let's pop it in.
There's some contrarian out there that's like, A Christmas Story, Elf, kitty business. All right, we're watching Fred Claus because I'm a Fred Claus truther.
Yeah,
okay,
which y'all know about this.
Everyone's watching all this bullshit. I'm watching Fred Claus. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be at least one human being out there that is the case. That's like their all-time Christmas movie.
Normally, I hate
crazy.
And I hope you're watching.
And I hope you're watching because we liked it. We loved it. It was great. It was a lot of fun.
We want some more of it.
I want a Fred Claus 2.
I also want a Fred Claus 2.
This should have been rebooting every damn thing these days. Bring this back.
What does Fred Claus 2 look like?
That's why they don't pay me.
Dude,
he's fighting against like
Krampus.
Oh,
you gotta fight like Krampus. Wow. Dude, there's so much lore you could throw in. Yeah,
they going there.
I was gonna say like against like Amazon or something.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's maybe better. I like a big monster. I want a creature feature. I want him fighting Krampus.
So Fred is fighting him.
You know what? Santa's out of commission again.
Or no, what about like a duo? Like Fred gets his own little outfit and Santa Claus, and they fight.
Oh yeah, tag team. Yeah, okay.
Like candy cane swords.
There's so much possibility here.
I do wish Luda had his actual voice in there. I think he has such a recognizable voice, and it would just be funny if he had that voice on the elf's body. That'd be great.
Like his little CGI elf body.
Horrible.
His looks like that like thing that you would do on the computer.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's what his
looks like really horrible.
Yeah.
His CGI is particularly bad. The rest of the movie looks pretty solid.
Yeah, no,
you guys, you brought it up that he should have had a song.
Yeah, I wish he had a song for the movie in it. Just one, and you could play it at the end credits. Like that'd be cool. It's fine. You don't need to play it throughout or anything like that.
Fred Claus.
But on that note, do you guys have anything else for this holiday special of ours?
I think we looked at Fred Claus too much. That's okay.
Probably.
Shout out Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Shout out Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I think that does it for our holiday special. For you folks at home, hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Till next time, Dean, take us out, baby.
Hey, fans and subscribers of Backseat Filmmaking. Thank you, viewers, for watching. You need to like, subscribe, comment, and generally don't break bad on the comments, all right? Because I'm going to kick your butt, all right? You don't want the DE after your ass. So do all that and support Backseat Filmmaking.